Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, I hope you're all well. So I'm here in Fort Wayne, Indiana at Sweetwater, which is really exciting, and I'm here to be shooting videos and hanging out with everybody here. I'm doing a video on the Neural DSP Quad Cortex, and I'm going to be taking you through some of my favorite presets that I've created, which you can get on my Neural DSP Artist Profile, or you can also download them from some of the factory libraries. So the first preset is quite a recent one. You probably can tell from the name, if you're a fan of Meshuggah, that it is based on the Colossus album by Meshuggah. Now, if you really want to get this sounding exactly the same, you probably need to tune your guitar down to drop C so that you match up with the tuning of the Colossus album. I modeled this tone around Demiurge, which is probably my favorite track from that album. We're tuned to C sharp in this case, but you'll get the idea. It basically just sounds disgusting. The cool thing about this preset for me is that you don't need to have a 9-string or an 8-string guitar to get your guitar sounding that low. I'm using the pitch shifter within QC and pitching my guitar down by, I believe, a whole 7 semitones. And that's allowing me to get my guitar to sound closer to that kind of Meshuggah guitar tone. So yeah, definitely want to check that one out. I also just remembered that I've forgotten to make this preset live on the Quad Cortex app that you can get for your phone. Make it super easy. I just go into my profile. Now it's public, so if you're watching this video, you can download it right away. Just before we get stuck in, I need to point out something awesome that I just absolutely love the Quad Cortex for, and that is this particular device I'm using in this video is not mine. I grabbed it from the guys at Sweetwater, but all I did was log in and download my personal library to this device, and it's as if I've just brought it from home. It has everything exactly the same as the way I left it before I came here. I just think that's awesome. So the next preset I'm about to show you is called Freeze Pad Ambience. I just made this one before I actually came here. It features one of the new functions, the freeze function, which allows you to infinitely sustain anything. And I found a little hack for it because I thought this is a really cool feature. I can ring out a chord and it will stay sustained infinitely. But I thought, how can I change the note of that sustained chord? So what I've done is created a preset where, as you can see, there's a pitch shifter on the screen there, and I've simply changed. If I go in here and I start moving around the scenes, you can see that dial is changing, that one in the middle there. Basically what that's doing is changing the note of the frozen chord, giving me a chord progression to play over the top of, and I absolutely love this. The coolest thing about it is it's so easy to adjust. If you want to change the chord progression, you simply choose your scene, go in and change the pitch of that freeze, and it will just give you a different chord progression. So let me show you what it sounds like. Just before I start, I made instructions that when you go in scene mode, you can quite clearly see I'm trying to direct you through how it works. So scene A, we just need to play a 5th chord, and then from there we can start messing around with the freeze function. So the next preset I want to show you is probably one of my favorites that I've made. Again, you can get this from my profile. It's called Icicles, and it's kind of inspired by one of my favorite sort of delay and reverb combinations that I like to use on my pedal board with my Strymon stuff. It's a series of sort of mini micro loops, pitched different delay tones that going off in all sorts of weird directions. It basically just gives you a bed of ambience to mess around with and get lost in. So let me show you what it sounds like. Okay, so we're on to the last preset that I want to share with you. When I first got the Quad Cortex, this preset had me lost for hours on end. It was definitely one of my favorites that I came across. It's a factory preset made by one of the legends, Matthias at Neural DSP. It's called Toxic Synth, and it's essentially a very similar idea to the one I just showed you, which was the freeze pad ambience, whereby we can change the chords underneath what we're playing. It's very addictive, loads of fun, and it's one of the factory presets, so you can just look for it. Okay, well that about wraps up this video on some of my favorite presets with the Neural DSP Quad Cortex. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you enjoyed the tones. If you want to check out more about the Quad Cortex, we'll put links in the description box. And if you want to try one of these for yourself or get any more information on this product, then don't forget to contact your Sweetwater sales engineer, because they will be able to take you through everything you need to know regarding this product. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe and share. Hit the little bell notification to make sure you stay tuned in for more content. I've been Rabea, and I'll see you all very soon.